Hello, Amare Salutem here. We make videos to help support your wellness. In today's video, we're going to go over a technique that can help reduce stress and anxiety levels called box breathing. So make sure you watch till the end because we'll actually practice the technique together. I want to talk first a little bit about stress. Stress is something that all humans experience at one time or another. It's very normal occurrence. Usually when we think of stress, it's in a negative light. So we think of stress as being something bad. However, there's actually a good type of stress called eustress, and that can actually be very motivating. If you've ever heard of the Yerkes datsun law, it looks at the relationship between stress levels and productivity. When stress levels are too low, that can actually decrease productivity or likelihood that someone will work on the task at hand. However, when we reach too high of stress levels, then our productivity drops down a lot. So as you can see from the curve, there's also a point that's an optimal level between the amount of stress and productivity. So that's kind of the sweet spot that we want to aim for when we're looking at the benefits of stress. And stress can come from many different sources. It can come from an emotional source. It can come from a physical source. So for example, if we're working too long, if we're doing a lot of intensive labor, that's a lot of stress on our body. Whereas if we're constantly ruminating over negative or poisonous thoughts, that can also be a stressor. Stress is something that is very normal, part of the human experience. But if you're noticing a lot of maybe changes in your daily routine or how you're feeling, that's when it's time to take a step back and ask yourself, are you too stressed out where it's impairing your day-to-day ability to function? One of the major reasons why people actually go and see their primary care doctor is due to stress-related reasons. This technique that I want to share with you called box breathing is a very simple yet effective technique. I want to say a disclaimer, this in no way am I saying is going to treat your anxiety. Go to visit your clinician, your physician, your therapist for things that you're going through, but this is a quick technique that I think could benefit anyone. A reason why it's also beneficial too is because it helps put us in the present moment. And a lot of times our anxiety and our stressors live in the future, things that we can't control. And then a lot of times symptoms of depression can live in the past, also things that we can't control. But the more that we can put ourselves in the present moment, the more that we can maybe take a step back and look at our situation in a different perspective. In addition to this technique helping put us more in the present moment, it also helps with calming down our sympathetic nervous system, which is associated with fight versus flight. And when we're breathing deeply out, it helps stimulate our parasympathetic nervous system via our vagus nerve. Physiologically, it is impossible or just about near impossible to be in a state of calm and in a state of high stress at the same time. If you've ever experienced being in that high alert stress state, you probably know that it's very difficult to get anything done. It's almost like we're paralyzed. So what I recommend to students and clients is if they are feeling that way, instead of trying to continue working on their homework or continue doing whatever they're doing, to take a step back and do some sort of deep breathing activity. Let me go over this technique just very briefly and then we'll actually practice it together. And the reason why it's called square breathing is because you're creating a square with your hand. What you're going to do first is inhale for 1, 2, 3, 4, hold for 1, 2, 3, 4, exhale for a count of 1, 2, 3, 4, and then hold for 1, 2, 3, 4. And then you're just going to go ahead and repeat. We'll do a few rounds of this. And you want to make sure that you're not breathing shallowly, because if you do, you might feel really lightheaded. You want to make sure that you're breathing from your diaphragm. The diaphragm is a muscle that separates the thorax and the abdomen. And the more that it's contracted, the more that the thorax can increase its volume, and then therefore the lungs can be more inflated too. So you're getting better oxygenation overall. So if you're not already in a comfortable place where you're not going to be disturbed for at least a minute or so, go ahead, take a pause and do that now. And just listen to my instructions. You also might want to follow along with your hands too, and count in your mind as well. So let's go for the first round. So deep inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold, 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold, 1, 2, 3, 4. Round 2. Big inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold, 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold, 1, 2, 3, 4. Last round, big inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold, 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. And hold, 1, 2, 3, 4. And go ahead and resume breathing as you normally would. Let's do a quick check-in and see how you're feeling right now. Kind of how does your body feel? How do you feel emotionally? Things like that. If you want to share, let me know in the comments below. Also, let me know if you felt like this wasn't really a method that you would like to use. If so, I can find a lot of other different breathing techniques or different stress reduction methods. If you're interested, again, just let me know and I can come up with that for you. This was just one quick technique that you can use really anywhere you are. I hear a lot of clients wanting some quick tools in their toolbox to help combat stressors. And this is something you could do if you're at work, if you're at school, if you're at home. You might need to excuse yourself just for a few moments and come back, but I highly encourage you, if you are feeling overwhelmed, to just take that step back. It really does make the world of a difference. I hope you liked this video. Thank you so much for watching, and there will be more to come soon. If you have any topics you'd like me to go over, mental health, nutrition, please let me know in the comments below, but I will see you soon. Take care. Bye.